Now we turn our attention to the massive jump in Indian stocks. The benchmark indices hit new record highs on Monday after exit polls showed a resounding victory for the ruling party. The Sensex jumped over 2,000 points and the Nifty recorded its biggest jump in 4 months. The exit polls comforted investors fretting about recent stock market volatility. Investors were worried that the BJP may fall short of Modi's 400-seat objective. But the polls showed a landslide triumph to the ruling party, which will allow the BJP to implement measures needed to help India's fast-growing economy.
Not just the good, forecast for NDA and BJP coming back to power with at least 350 plus seats, but I think the recent GDP numbers, which talk about a 8.2% growth rate, I think these all augur well. And the continuity of, in terms from a policy-making perspective, regulatory certainty, I think these are all very, very nice things to happen. And we can surely expect a big rally.
Conventional wisdom tells us that if we are talking about continuing reform, you will require a majority in parliament to be able to pass certain key reform initiatives. And if you have more seats in your favor, the likelihood of these reforms passing without significant challenge is very high.
Now, Vineet Sambre, who oversees about $12 billion as head of equities at DSP Mutual Fund in Mumbai, said there was some skepticism with volatility picking up as some people were getting jittery on the election outcome. Now it will settle. This is a resounding vote for continuity. While the final results might differ from the exit polls, the strength of the projected victory is expected to benefit risk assets. Should the results on June 4th align with the exit polls, analysts expect stock benchmarks to gain further from record highs on Monday. The Indian stocks fell last week as foreign investors treaded cautiously ahead of the election outcome.
I can say with confidence that India is the only market in the world that that will outperform the U.S. in the next 5 years that I'm aware of. It's because of earnings growth. And I mentioned earlier, you've got strong economic growth that actually translates into profits.
Gary Dugan, who is the Chief Investment Officer at Dalma Capital Management in Dubai, has said the suggested size of the majority would allow the government to continue unabated with its current policy program. Dugan expects markets to gain 3 to 5% on Monday. Meanwhile, Sandeep Bagla, the CEO of Trust Mutual Fund, joined us with his inputs yesterday. Listen in to what he had to say.
So I think markets do not seem to have factored in any possibility of political discontinuity, and which is why I think there has been no correction and markets are hitting all-time highs. And this could well continue till June 4th, when the rubber hits the road and we get to know about the numbers. And there is nothing much to look forward to by the market participants beyond that.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.